Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Palacio de Deportes José María Martín Carpena in Malaga, where today we will be conducting the draw for the 2024 Billie Jean King Cup by Gainbridge Qualifiers. I'm Catherine Whitaker, and joining us today to help with the draw, we have 2023 Billie Jean King Cup Finals Tournament Director, Conchita Martinez, and we have ITF President David Haggerty. Thank you both for being here. Later today, we'll of course also conduct the draw for the 2024 Davis Cup qualifiers ahead of this year's Davis Cup final between Italy and Australia. But for now, let's focus on the Women's World Cup of Tennis, and we can bring you some very exciting news straight away, and that is that Seville will be the host of the 2024 finals. So, alongside David and Conchita, we are joined by Arturo Bernal, Minister of Tourism, Culture and Sport from the region of Andalusia. We also have Minerva Salas, Delegate of Culture and Sport for Seville City Council, and we have Jordi Tamayo, Vice President of the RFET. So if you'd all like to pose for a photo with the trophy,
yeah, of course,
in celebration of today's brilliant news. Say cheese, everyone. Lovely. Thank you very much, Arturo, Minerva, Jordi, thank you. So before we get on to the qualifiers draw, let's have a word with Conchita and David. Welcome to both of you. Thank you very much for being here. Conchita, I have to start with a look back on a couple of weeks ago. I can't believe it's already a couple of weeks ago. How was your week in Seville? Any personal highlights?
Oh yeah, it was an amazing week, and I have many highlights. First, when I first got there to see the Estadio La Cartuja transform into this amazing venue for the players to compete, that was amazing to see, and I was so happy. Of course, seeing all the teams come and saying hello, and being there, and they were all looking so happy. And another moment was the first tide. I was on the stadium and the ceremony, and then when the national anthems came, I started getting a little tear up. So that means, a lot to me, because I feel this competition a lot. And the last one, on Sunday, the final, of course, to see the full stadium and to be able to say, no more tickets, sold out. So that for me was really amazing.
Absolutely. National anthems get me as well,
yeah,
every time. You've obviously got such an illustrious personal history with the competition. What does it mean to you now to be so involved with it and so involved with the woman herself,
right.
Billie Jean King?
Well, I love this competition. I played, I was captain, now the tournament director. Of course, it means a lot. To be able to work with such a wonderful team also and learn every day. It's unbelievable to see it from another perspective. And one of my favorite things, of course, being with Billie, also with Dave, in the team visits, to see how the teams were so united, and they were like asking questions to Billie, to Dave, and everybody, was so happy and so united and so ready to compete. So that was very inspiring.
Yeah, a week with Billie Jean King.
Oh my God.
Can't help but be inspired.
She's the queen.
Yeah, 80, it turned 80 this week.
Yes,
the most energetic woman in the sport. David, how excited are you to see the finals go back to Seville?
Well, we had such a great finals this year, so we're really excited because we can build on the strength and what we saw there. And the players were so happy, the fans that came, the spectators, the traveling fans. This is what Billie Jean King Cup is about, and so we know we'll be back in Seville. We'll build on the strength that we had this year, so very excited.
And some wildcard news for us for next year?
Yes, so the wildcard nation for 2024 will be Czechia.
Fantastic. And of course, My favourite thing in tennis is an Olympic year, of course, 2024, as well as having the Billie Jean King and Davis Cups. We'll also have the Olympics. How important do you see it for tennis players to have that opportunity to represent their nations on the world's biggest sporting stages?
Well, I think that we see in team competition in Billie Jean King Cup and this week here we see in Davis Cup as well, the passion that the players have to represent their nation, what it means to them, how each point is even more important, and the pressure that they have, but also the teamwork that they have, and being able to play with the team as opposed to the individual competition year in or week in and week out. And you have to play Billie Jean King Cup and Davis Cup in order to qualify for the Olympics. And I can say that the players are really ambitious and hopeful of qualifying for Paris, and we'll see a great Olympics this year, next year as well.
Absolutely, can't wait. Nothing better than an Olympic year in tennis. David and Conchita, thank you for the moment. Back with you in just a second. But first, let's have a look at the 16 teams who will contest the qualifiers in April. As you can see, lots of excitement for the 2024 Billie Jean King Cup season. And of course, the 16 teams who we will draw today will all begin 2024 with a chance to lift that famous trophy at the end of the year. So I'm now going to hand over to ITF referee Sabine Schultz to take us through the qualifiers draw. Sabine, over to you.
Catherine, thank you. The 2023 World Champions Canada and the 2023 runners-up Italy have both already secured their places in the 2024 Billie Jean King Cup by Gainbridge Finals. They will be joined by the host nation Spain and the wildcard nation Czechia. The 16 teams competing in the 2024 Billie Jean King Cup by Gainbridge Qualifiers are the remaining 8 nations who competed at this year's finals and the 8 winning nations from this year's playoffs, which also took place earlier this month. Today, we'll be drawing 8 home and away ties, which will take place on the 12th and 13th of April 2024. The winning nations from these ties will advance to the 2024 finals. The 8 nations with the highest rankings on the current Billie Jean King Cup nations ranking are seeded for this draw. The seeded nations are Australia on line 1, Switzerland on line 2, France on line 3, USA on line 4, Kazakhstan on line 5, Germany on line 6, Slovakia on line 7, and Romania on line 8. The 8 unseeded nations are Belgium, Brazil, Great Britain, Japan, Mexico, Poland, Slovenia, and Ukraine. We will now place the 8 unseeded nations into the Billie Jean King Cup trophy, and then we draw them. Conchita, please help me with finding an opponent for Australia. Thank you. Mexico.
Choice of ground, by lot.
This is when we need Dave's help.
Thank you.
So the seeded team, Australia, will have a home tie. Okay, next one. Poland. So Switzerland will play Poland.
Choice of ground, Switzerland.
In Switzerland. Choice of ground, Switzerland. France will play Great Britain.
Choice of ground, France.
Choice of ground, France. So USA will play Belgium.
Choice of ground, USA.
Choice of ground, USA. Japan will play Kazakhstan.
Choice of ground, by lot.
Dave, you know what's coming?
Thank you.
So the unseeded team, Japan, has choice of ground. So opponent for Germany. Brazil.
Choice of ground, Brazil.
Choice of ground, Brazil. Opponent for Slovakia will be Slovenia.
Choice of ground, by lot.
Choice of ground by lot, so I need Dave's help again. The seeded team, Slovakia, has a home tie. And the last one, the opponent for Romania. Ukraine.
Choice of ground, by lot.
So the unseeded team Ukraine has a home tie, but due to the current situation in Ukraine, the ITF and Billie Jean King Cup committee will work with the Ukrainian Tennis Federation to confirm choice of ground and the hosting location for this tie in due course. That concludes the draw for the 2024 Billie Jean King Cup by Gainbridge Qualifiers. Catherine, back to you.
Sabine, thank you. As we can see, some brilliant ties in there. I'm personally very much looking forward to GB against France away. And a reminder that all of those ties will be played on the 12th and the 13th of April next year. Please do join us for the 2024 Davis Cup qualifiers draw, which will take place just over an hour from now at 2 p.m. local time. You can also follow along on daviscup.com. And of course, this afternoon's main event is the 2023 Davis Cup final between Italy and Australia. That begins at 4 p.m. For all the latest news and updates on the 2024 Billie Jean King Cup qualifiers, remember to follow billiejeankingcup.com and the competition's social media channels. Thank you for watching today. Thank you all for being here, and goodbye for now.